Young man, come here.
What are you doing here?
Friend, welcome. I'm glad you're passing by. At least I won't be celebrating alone. I'm a father. My first son.
Well, congratulations are in order. What's his name?
Oh, Jonty. His name's Jonty.
I wish Jonty the best of health then.
My sentiments exactly. Best of health. You have to drink to him with me. I've got some fine brandy here. Come on, let's drink to his health.
What kind of brandy is this exactly?
Why, it's the finest I have. My late father gave it to me, saying that when he had a grandson, we drank it together. But he didn't live to see it.
Uh-huh.
It's been buried in the ground for 10 years, waiting for this moment. I'm sure you'll like it.
All right. May he grow strong, and to Jonty's health. Ugh. That was fucking disgusting.
What?
Fuck. What was in that drink? Oh, Doppeldalle. That horse and robbed me. What are you looking for?
Oh, I found this parchment close by, and if you ask me, it's a map to, well, something.
What, exactly? You can't leave me hanging like that.
All right, well, I'm hoping it's a treasure map that will lead me to my fortune.
Well, how about you show it to me? I'm pretty familiar with these parts. I might be able to help you.
Well, all this wandering has made my feet sore, but you'll give it back straight away. You got that? Or I'll lose my temper.
Don't worry.
Give it back, you hear me? Give it to me.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, you've been deceived.
What?
This is no map. I've seen a fair few in my time, and this is just a bunch of scribbles.
What? But how can you tell?
Well, I thought it was odd just from the parchment it was scrawled on. It's very delicate, and the lines... It looks like no map I've ever seen. Sorry.
Fuck! You might as well keep it then.
can't swim.
You silly doggy. Good day. What would you like?
You must be Zinnek. Am I right?
Who's asking?
Crazel sent me. He wants me to get the document they took from you at the rat house.
Well, good luck with that, brother in the trade. They took it from me with all the stolen stuff because they thought it was part of the loot. I told them I had it before I robbed that merchant, but they wouldn't listen. They locked it all in a chest full of other stolen things in the rat house jail. You could get there from the courtyard behind the rat house. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you could get there from behind the tavern, alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Who has the key to the chest?
Well, actually I had one, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber next door to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key must have fallen under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Almost every guard in Troskovitz has one. Take it from one of them who's got his back turned. Or one who snuck off somewhere for a nap.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Wait, before you go, you do know how to pickpocket, right?
I'm still learning.
Talk to Crazel, then. He taught me everything I know. Take care, friend.
Stupid, no less. If you want to be outside after sunset, you need a lit torch. That's the law. That's more like it. Now, on your way.
You rude little beast.
Somewhere else. Huh? Get out of here!
Get out!
Get out of here! No one wants to hear your barking! Sod off!
Off you go.
The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Krazel's document.
Get out!
Off you go.
You lazy butt! Get out of here, mutt! No one wants to hear
Get
your
out.
barking! Somebody ought to
Flea-ridden
grab it by
beast.
the scruff of the neck. What? What?
You rude little beast.
Get out of here, mutt! No one wants to hear your with you. Get out! Somebody
Flea-ridden
ought to
beast.
grab it by the scruff of the neck.
Hey, you can't walk around at night without a light. Do you want me to arrest you? Light a torch. That's more like it. Now, on your way.
Nothing, I suppose.
Chance? Aye. Come to think of it, it was him who told me.
Good morning to you.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I took a look at the document. I couldn't really make much of it. Who's this Hermes Trismegistos?
My fifth cousin. We write to each other sometimes.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Did you find my family tree at the rat house, too? Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes. Of course.
What now?
That much? We're going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semin.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
You promised you'd get me into that wedding.
I did, but I didn't say when. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any... I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? High learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I wouldn't be so sure, but I've taken you on as an apprentice, so I might as well tell you something. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices in theurgy, bring him to life.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you going to do with a living pie?
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. Can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. And Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great Holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document. and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now? I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young Semine?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily-liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
Take care. Are you going to bake bread today?
I don't think so. I apologize.
Go! Go! God! Oh.
Good morning.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The poet.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like, but I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, that's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
I found myself following the path of the knight. My only brother now is my sword.
Oh, aye. Men these days solve all their problems in armor on the field. gouging each other's eyes out and hacking off each other's limbs. Where are the good old days when everything could be solved with a simple dagger stab or a nice strong cup of hemlock? Jesus, I sound like an old crone now, eh? And you know who else pines for the good old days? Crazel. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't think I've ever met anyone more annoying in my life. Most of the time, I don't even understand what he's on about.
Once he told me there's no such thing in the world as a man and a woman. Only mercury and sulfur. What are you supposed to say to that? Best to keep your mouth shut. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the poet.
I'd like to learn something.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to learn how to not cause a stir in a crowd.
All right, I'll show you something, but you need time for it. You silly doggy.
Good doggy. Good boy. Hey, that's our horse.
Die!
Greetings.
I just got Balsostajal.
Why did you quarrel with the Sami?
The voivod had an argument with them because of his daughter Marika. Once the voivod gets offended, though in the end it was the... I'm curious.
I'll have a look at the way. I've got a horse for you here.
What do you want to do with him?
I want to exchange him.
I will give you this much.
I was thinking of a... Do you accept?
That's still too much. Well, so I do. You can go now.
How did it go? I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you're surprised? But it was just a simple misunderstanding. Bollocks, a misunderstanding. You made a fool.
Die!
Get off that horse, you thief!
You are riding our horse.
Look out! You might get away!
Go fuck yourself! I've been waiting for you.
God be with you. You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
God, where is that dog?
God bless. My God, he's very much.
God damn it! Don't you... Sarjivas Guru, solo this.
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
The boy, though in the end, I'm curious.
I've got a horse.
What do you want to...
I want to exchange...
I will give you this.
I was thinking of a different... Do you accept?
You must be from a... Well, so I do. You can go now, my...
What happened at Samin? Why did you quarrel with the villagers?
The devil alone can make sense of it. They don't want us here. Then Geza and Tibor got into a fight, and that... Farewell.
Miller Bushka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing.
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
Go!
are riding our horse! Thief!
Quick, come with me!
No, I'm done with this. I'll kill you.
Whoa!
I just gotta... I just gotta...
I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
Very well. Nah, Gajo. I'm done haggling with you.
Katarsal, what's up? Jungo Shinda.
What do you have for... Easy! 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 Easy!
Quick, come with me.
You are riding our horse! Thief!
Praise God.
God! Quick! God! God!
How now, good man? You might be into that.
God! Quick! Go! 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 God!
Ave Maria.
Good job.
I just got to also.
I've got a horse.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to keep this.
It will be all but I deserve, so this is my offer.
You value your services a bit more than I expected. How about this? What would you say to this?
You must be from a poor region. You know what? All right, why not? Let us go and switch over the saddles before I forget anything. Oh, and one more thing. Since it's your first horse, I'll throw in an old saddle and bridle, so you don't go riding around looking like a beggar. Safe travels.
What's up, Pooch?
I'm sorry. Last night I had a dream about Marika. She returned to the camp bathed in light and carried poor Geza in her arms. She looked like the Virgin Mary herself.
Everything means something. Go and ask her. Good luck. Such a better. Dai, just more.
Show me your way. I'd like to do something about that. How's this?
You'll have to make... Latches, I'll agree.
Show me.
Christ wounds! Watch out with that horse!
Die!
Gah!
Die! Go! Die! Die!
I am the handmaid.
What a
Good day to you. What would you like?
What do you think of those nomads in the camp by the pond?
They're a dangerous lot. Our lad, Bohush, got mixed up with one of their girls, and they almost cut his throat. But God willing, they'll be brought to justice. They'll hang. Every last one of them. The filthy rabble. Take care. Have a good evening.
You'd better call back that dog. Hey! What are you doing here? You're not allowed. That's right.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'll have a look at you.
Maybe next time then. What'll it be?
What about the nomads by the pond? How are you getting along with them?
We tolerate them. But they're up to all kinds of evil. At first they pretended to be friendly, but then they stabbed poor Bohush nearly to death. Folk went to show them what's what, but they ran into the humans. You don't want to mess with that lot.
good doggy. Good boy.
Whoa, whoa. That's deep, eh?
God be with you, good man. I see you're a fellow traveller. Want to warm your bones a bit?
I wouldn't want that there if someone gave it to me for free.
What are you doing here?
So, I went to see my brother, talk about the inheritance, but your father's still alive, isn't he? Aye, with drools all over himself.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
And he's always threatening.
What are you doing here?
Church if I don't go and see him. Aye, once old folks start getting soft in the head, it's bad.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
Go sniff
off
somewhere
that dog.
else. That's all there is to it.
Get.
I'd like to play dice. Care for a roll or two?
What game would you like to?
Wagoners.
Let's.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Why
That's
did
what
I
I'm
even
talking
pick up
about,
those
damn it.
dice?
That's how you have to play. My, that's what the smiting of Sodom must have looked like.
Aye, that'll do. That's as
good
far as
too,
I
but
go.
you could throw
It's
better.
yours.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
Finished. Your turn.
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
That's enough for me. Your turn. You must have a lucky
Keep that
horseshoe
up
up
and
your
you've got
arse.
it.
Next time I'll be more careful around you.
God bless.
Let him go!
There's someone lying.
No fear, I'll take that swine!
You're done here, you crook.
Ha!
Take cover!
Surrender, you piece of shit! Unbelievable! Punishment on the way! My favorite!
Acho dziwes gajo.
I've got a horse for you.
What do you want to do with him?
I want to exchange it.
I will give you this.
I was thinking of a different... Is this enough?
That's still too... Well, so I do. You can go now, More.
Look, I'm not on duty now, so calm down.
I said surrender!
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
Come on, surrender!
To the stocks with him!
No! Don't make me repeat myself.
Tell me then.
Enough!
I just gotta...
I've got a horse.
What do you want to do?
I want to exchange...
For... I will give you this.
I was thinking... Do you accept?
That's still... Well, so I do. You can go now.
Praise God.
They have it Bachtalo. Tatartal. What's up, Pooch?
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
They have it Bachtalo. What a day. Is this your first time riding a horse, you moron?
Whoa, whoa.
Ave Maria. My God, he's very much.
Qatar,
I've got a horse.
what do you want?
I want to exchange it.
I will give you this.
I was thinking of a Satisfied?
That's still... Well, so I do. You can go now,
That's him! Stop right now! Surrender, now! Are you deaf? Yield! Fine!
You are riding our horse! Thief! Mercy, leave me be.